Congratulations. We actually made it on a Monday. Can you believe it, Heinzie?
I can't believe this, mate. What the heck? This is a Monday, and we're actually doing this show on time.
I know.
Hello, mate.
And
Hello,
you've brought on in a guest today who's going to kind of talk over you, hopefully as much as possible. Introduce your guest.
Yeah. So we have my boy TJ joins me every Monday on our Twitch stream, and very, very, very good GAC player. Knows his stuff. Good theory crafter. They're absolute superstar, and has some wicked little cobras, double cobra action that seriously would put a lot of us to shame. So it's beautiful stuff.
Right on. Say hi, TJ.
Hi.
We're glad to have you. And I hear that you are in, surprise, Arizona.
I am. Yes, I am in what they call Scottsdale 2.0. So I'm real close to the Cubs fam.
There
but
you go.
Not close, I guess. We're still a distance apart.
And you got the blue tank top memo today, I see.
I know where you're saying paging it. I think it's an Arizona thing. It's Blue Monday, guys. It's Blue Monday.
It's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. I woke up this morning, did the Murph. If anyone doesn't know what that is, look it up. And if you did do it too, let me know. It's a great workout. So, okay, we're going to get right in the show. We got to start with the meme of the week. And this week we've got your boy Owen. And we've got Owen, Toasty Owen. And then Palpatine, you can't see it because the stupid graphic cuts it off. But he says, it's ironic. He could roast others, but he couldn't save himself from being roasted.
Brilliant. That's a great meme. Absolute ripper. And look, let's have a chat. Look, let's quickly, no spoilers, but holy, how good is Kenobi? How good is the show? It is sensational, Cubs.
Yes.
I love it.
I mean, not perfect, but I am really, really pleased with what has happened so far. So no spoilers. The things that I love about it are spoilers. So I'm just going to kind of go watch the show if you haven't seen it yet.
Go and watch it.
Are you allowed to say everything? I know that people have certain discrepancies, but I'm sorry, you should have gotten the tingle with having McGregor back and the whole just everything.
Yeah. I actually, at the end of the episode, I'm going to talk about, because I think, Heinzie, I think it was you and me predicted something that happened. And I think it was you and me. I remember talking about it in a video somewhere. And so we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But first, we're going to talk about Galaxy of Heroes. And look, I'm going to preface this. We're going to talk a little bit about Burnout right now. And look, there are a lot of comments that tend to come to me anytime I talk about Burnout. And I just want to be clear here. Number one, I am not saying that the game is dying. I am not saying that everything's terrible. I am only sharing how I feel about the game right now in this moment as a human. It does not mean that I want to quit the game. It does not mean that I am furious or on a rage or anything like that. Heinzie, I gotta be honest about how I feel about this game right now. 7 years almost playing this game. There's so little right now that is pulling me into this game. I feel like I am running on fumes right now with everything. I mean, it's basically just Grand Arena that keeps me coming into Galaxy of Heroes. And even that, I think that was something that was really shocking for me this weekend. I dropped 2 Grand Arena matches out of sheer boredom. I did not even want to battle, and so I was that guy that went in there, made one attack, collected my rewards, and was on with my day. Where are you guys at with this, Heinzie and TJ? I mean, is this just me? Are you guys excited about the game right now? Or I'm kind of feeling like a lot of people are kind of in this space where we're just kind of burnt out.
I think there's certainly an element of that, definitely. I don't think anyone would be surprised by that. I think that certainly the game has gotten very, very intensive on every level recently.
What do you mean by intensive?
Okay, so territory wars, bigger boards, they strain a lot of players. Conquest turns into a grind. GAC, 3v3, it takes longer to do battles. It really does. In fact, I mean, we're sitting here and, we started a few hours ago doing our GAC stream. We started at 11:30 my time. It's now 2:30 in the morning. So what's that? That's 3 hours later, 3 hours to do a GAC run, on the camera. And that's just a lot of time. It really is. And when you compare that to 5v5, you knock those battles out quicker. There's less slots, less battles. So that's another component as well. 3v3 in general, a lot of people just don't like it. They don't like the theory crafting aspect. It's quite draining for a lot of people. And but they're making measures to change that as far as the length of GAC as well. And do you think that's going to benefit us or not, Cubs? And then ask TJ, mate. See what he thinks.
I think for me, it's looking at it, and I'm going to add this too. I know it didn't get talked about yet, but galactic challenges right now, those things are mind numbing, and they're getting progressively. Whoever's doing it, the Ewoks today, I was ready to throw my phone. And it's been a week after week right now, so it's like whoever's doing all the tie-ins, everything has been saying let's impact the galactic challenges too, because everybody needs to create, everybody needs to stop. I think threes, if I had to guess anything right now, is the love-hate. I'm still in it because I love the theory crafting. And I would be definitely certified a whale. So having all the toys, being able to play with all the things, playing at the tippy top, that's all my stuff, man. But for everybody else, TW officers, people on everyday things, people with lives and trying to do all that, I completely understand it. And I hope everybody's allowed their opinion. So no one's going to downgrade anybody. If you're burnt out, you have every right to be burnt out. There's a reason for it. They really are not helping everybody. So to your point, Cubs and everybody else, they're not giving you a lot to work with. And then you're having to try to make your own fun out of the game that should just be fun.
Trying to make I like that. I'm trying to make my own fun. And yeah, this is really just, I don't really have a whole lot of productive feedback to give right now. Like, this is just, I'm not necessarily trying to make this a, well, here's everything that needs to change for me to be pulled back in or anything like that. It's just more of a, right now, I just wanted to take a second in Rogue Actions just to be honest with you guys. Like, right now, I'm almost nauseated going into this game right now because I just have no desire to engage with it, and I hope that changes. And I know I'm gonna get comments like, "Well, Cubs, you just need to quit." Like, okay, maybe maybe I will. Honestly, at some point, that's not what I want to do right now, because the thing is, you don't just. I've been playing this game for nearly 7 years, Heinzie and TJ. Like, you don't just decide because I'm feeling burnt out for a week that I'm gonna leave the game forever. But I don't know. I'm feeling so tired right now.
Okay, so quick question. Okay, so let's spin this the other way.
All right.
What's it going to take for you to get more engaged? What's it going to take for you to change?
I don't even want to go there almost, because I don't necessarily have productive feedback to give right now. Other than right now, the game just feels stale and boring to me.
Can I ask? So, but can I ask though, as a patron, right? You're a patron of the game. If you spend your time, or you spend your money, or you spend both, you're the customer, right? Is it your job as a customer to have to tell them what they need to do, or do they need to have that team to do the work? Because I can ask Heinzie, what would you do? I can ask you, Cubs, what would you do? It's like, I don't want to have to know. That's why I'm playing the game. I'm trying to escape as a customer to play something I want to play for fun. I don't want to have to play it. I want to play it. So, Cubs, you shouldn't have to have the answer. You should be able to be the customer and saying, my time is valuable. I want to play your game. Make it better. You shouldn't have to give it a definition. Same thing, Heinzie. You shouldn't have to give a definition as a customer for a good business. They should be doing that for you.
Sure. I love this point right now, TJ, because I have every incentive to play this game, even more so than the common players, because I make money playing this game. I make money making videos for this game. I make money streaming on this game. And my desire to get in the game and figure out things to make videos on or to stream is at like a 0 right now. And I'm sure, that's going to ebb and flow. Like, I love this community, and a lot of times it's the community that pulls me back and gets me there. But I think that it's valuable to just call out without even providing constructive feedback. This is how I feel right now. And I think a lot of people are feeling similar. And maybe they're not. Maybe it's just me, and maybe I'm just screaming into the void.
Quite a lot. No, I don't think you're alone. Absolutely not. Let's just shut that down right now. You're not in your own.
Everyone who feels the same way in the comments, go for it. And I know there's going to be people who are like, well, you just need to quit, Cubs. Like, okay, all right. I'm glad you feel that way.
Yeah, look, yeah, but that's fine. But what's the other option? I mean, there's nothing else to do right now. What other games are there to play? I mean, you've tried them. You've tried a few other options. It's an engaging game. It's a great
Well, and I
player
don't
base.
necessarily need a game like that. The thing is, too, is like this game for me. If I were to quit, I don't feel like I need another game to be there. The bottom line is, there's just, to me, it's a community. There's so many friendships I've gained in this game. I still love the game fundamentally. It's just I'm really kind of sitting here hoping that something shifts and that fun and excitement comes back. And because maybe it's true. Maybe the people who give the feedback, maybe I should quit the game. If things stay this way, especially now, like I've transitioned careers. I'm a full-time therapist now, and that's taking off. Maybe I do reach a point where I'm like, you know what? I'm done. See you later. And that's very much on the table. That's not what I want right now, but it could happen. And that's not like some veiled threat. Like, I don't think that CG cares if I stay in the game or quit the game. I'm not going to pretend like I am that valuable to them, but I do see that as a viable option.
I don't think people want to see that. So if that can be avoided, certainly, but that's up to them. It's not up to us. They make the game. They make it as good or as bad as it's going to be. We don't have control over that. Yeah. We really don't. We can offer feedback. We can offer advice. We can offer ideas. If they decide to take them or they don't, that's totally up to them. It's not something that we can control.
There's a great post Gridden made. Well, we don't have all of it here, but if you guys go follow Gridden on Twitter, I think we'll talk about it in the Spice Room. But he gave out. Did you see that, Heinzie? He gave out like how many bullet points of things that should change. Pretty much everything that he put down there was just like freaking amen, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is that we can put that out there, but they need to listen. Yeah. And whether they do or don't, that is the real question.
Yeah.
And a lot of that probably comes back, unfortunately, is to a lot of the sounding boards and the access that we had to a lot of these guys that could help give our opinions. Well, that's gone too. So that's not helping either.
All right, well, let me know how you guys feel. Again, I kind of hesitated bringing up the subject because I knew I didn't really have anything super productive to say, and I don't want to, like, one thing I want to avoid is I don't want to just sound like I'm whining or anything like that, which I'm confident some people will perceive this that way. I'm just, by and large, I think a lot of people are probably curious, like, why haven't you been making as many videos? Why haven't you been streaming as much? Well, that's why, guys. The game is just not exciting to me right now.
There's no point making them if you don't have your heart in it. Number one rule. Don't do it if you're not engaged in it.
I don't want to waste anybody's time putting together some bullshit video, some top 10 list that nobody wants to see.
Yeah, it's really obvious when you try and make a video that people, that you don't really have passion to make. Yeah. It can really be obvious. I would rather you not do it and make something that really kicks in. TJ, do you agree as a viewer? Am I right with saying that?
I 100% agree. I can't agree with that enough. That if you're being honest, I hate the idea that somebody says that the easy way out is to say, oh, you don't like it? Well, then you should quit. That is not constructive. There's nothing there. Obviously, if you didn't care, you would just quit. You wouldn't be sitting here saying something. So if one person, being you, Cubs, or anybody else says, I'm not happy, there is always one other person saying the same thing. They just may not be as vocal, or
I'm seeing a lot in my chat right now.
Podium.
Too.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. It's why does it have to be downgrade or downplay what your point is? I'm not feeling the way you're feeling, but that doesn't mean I don't respect how you're feeling. Yeah. And if you're not clickbaiting and pulling people off just to get views or to do anything like that, that should be respected. To say, guys, I want to make videos. What do I make it on? I have no feedback. I'm just not happy.
Yeah, that's a good. I don't have feedback. Like I think there is feedback to give, if that makes sense. Like Gridden's given a lot of good feedback recently, and I think I looked at that and I thought about making a video on his thing, but I'm like, I don't even have the energy to give them feedback right now. I'm just like, I'm so burnt out. I'm just so tired.
Yeah, but we all go through that.
I agree. And I've been through phases like this, and a lot of times I go through stuff like this and I just don't even tell you guys, and then eventually something happens, a new character comes out, the drive comes back, and I'm hoping that happens again. I think that there's a good chance it will, which is a big reason why I don't want to quit. But right now, damn.
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah. I hear where you're coming from, but we've all been through it. Everyone that said, every single person has either gotten to the point where they want to throw their phone at the wall, right? Yeah. Or B, said they're going to quit and then something else kicks in and then they change their mind. We've all done it.
Definitely.
We all have done it. And if you've certainly had enough, and if it's counterproductive for your mindset, then definitely don't play it, because that's not going to improve improve anything. in your life. So do what makes you happy, do what makes you passionate, do what, you find fun. And if it's not fun, don't do it.
Also, TJ, we're getting some love for your commentary in the chat. Just wanted to thank you, man. You have added some great things to this conversation, so it's good to have you.
No, dude, I'm happy to do it. I don't like it's like saying somebody you're a whale or you're free to play. Dude, your time is money. It's the same thing as my money is time. All this stuff works the same. So taking your point as valid, I would hope that everybody would do that and be open to it, because like I said, it's just all how it works out. So I appreciate the chat liking that, man. That's awesome.
Right on, dude. Big props to anyone who respects people for wherever they are at on anything in life, really. That's my therapist kicking in. There's a lot of value in just letting people feel the way they need to feel about whatever they need to feel. All right, let's see here. We're going to talk. So this is going to be a little more exciting. Star Wars Celebration. If anyone followed it, we got an Andor trailer. We got a Bad Batch trailer, and we got about 5 other trailers that had to be smuggled out because for whatever reason, Star Wars decided that the public didn't get to see anything other than the people who were there. Heinze and TJ, did you guys follow Star Wars Celebration? What are some of your thoughts?
I personally did. Obviously, being down under, can't be there. Going to try and get there maybe next year or the year after. It'd be really, really cool.
It's in London next time.
London, even better. Awesome. Yeah. So anyway, they should bring it down under. That's what they need to do. They need to bring that down here. That would be epic. Anyway, that's a whole different story. But man, I'm pumped. There is so much that I'm excited about. I watched every day on YouTube, had the stream going in the background while I was at work, because that was on, obviously, while I'm at work.
Yeah.
Kept it ticking on. But one thing that actually stood out, and of course, we had some insane stuff about a lot of the shows coming up, Bad Batch. We're going to see Cody again, in Bad Batch season 2, thrilled about that.
Yep.
But one thing that actually finally we've actually seen something about, and it's been a long time for us gamers, Cubs, is there was a bit going on with Star Wars Hunters. That kind of fell off.
Heinze, you cut out.
It's still there.
Yeah, a little bit with Hunters, but they still wouldn't give a release date.
No, they haven't given a release date.
What is going on with that game that they can't give us a release date?
There's something not quite right. I agree. There's some sort of delay there. However, it's still live. It's still coming. That's good. I mean, they're still obviously advertising it. They're pushing it. There's obviously some sort of issue in implementation or something with the build, but it's coming sooner rather than later still. And I think that's pretty cool. And that one sort of, has really, they've been quiet for a hell of a long time, Zynga, with the public, with this game. So I think that's pretty cool. I really do. But
pretty limited on the game stuff, though. I mean, we got like another. There was something else going on with Lego Star Wars, if I remember right. Hunters, they basically just fed us everything but what anyone actually wanted, which was a freaking release date. And really, like nothing notable for Galaxy of Heroes other than the fact that the devs were there handing out stuff. They were handing out actual Zeta mats, which I thought was kind of cool. I kind of wish that if anyone got their hands on one of those and wants to send me one. Let me know. I want a real Zeta. They were giving out water bottles and things like that. And then there's obviously we had the trailer for Jedi Survivor, which is exciting. That's about it. And so kind of a downer though for games in general. There really wasn't much for games, but as far as content is concerned, I'm beyond hyped for Andor. I don't know about you, but the trailer for Andor looked significantly more exciting than what I was expecting. I kept forgetting about Andor even being a project.
Yeah, I personally had, I was like, yeah, I could take it or leave it. Yeah. Like in the lead up until now, it was like, yeah, it'll be okay, but I'm not really overly thrilled. Mate, watch the trailer. It's like, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Well, all we had really was just that we were going to do Andor, like Diego Luna. I mean, that's it. Now we kind of see kind of where they're going with it. It looks really good. So
it was great to see Dave Filoni and and Jon Favreau. Just, mate, they are just the parents of the Star Wars universe right now, and they are just creating some amazing stuff. I feel good as a Star Wars lover seeing those guys doing what they do. They're all over it. Star Wars is in great hands right now.
Give them the keys and give them a credit card with unlimited gas, and let's go.
Yes, 100%. TJ, agree, bro? You agree with that?
It's a lot, man. Ric Flair woo on that one because, man, the stuff is nuts, right? I mean, Mandalorian, you got Ahsoka, we got Sabine Wren being seen. I could pick this all day. Where I'll tie in is to us, the selfish side. It's what they didn't say for CG. I think they keep tying in. I still think Old Republic's going to be a way to go, and I think them tying in with Swidor and everything else like that. I think they're saying something without saying something, and I expect it. But all the content coming is ridiculous, right? The Mando season 3 was being shown. That was being talked about. There's so much to say, man. So much to say, and none of that can be said, right?
I keep getting lectured on Twitter that I need to be patient about all the trailers that they're not showing the public, but screw that patience. I want my Mando Season 3 trailer. You can find it. I found it on Twitter. It was a very, very crappy quality, and I just don't quite understand. I mean, maybe at least on the day of, but I don't understand why they are holding that from the public. That's just, it seems like such a douche
It was like
move.
downloading a cam version of a movie from a theater. It was really not
so
great.
bad. And I heard even like a lot of people are like, oh, well, you got to reward people there. Most of the people that were there were not able to get in for that trailer too. So it was actually a problem even at the event. But anyway, one thing I want to end on here, if you guys have not seen Kenobi yet, just turn off the video. You're done with the video right now. I'm going to spoil something here. We're not going to get into a huge spoiler discussion because we'll be here for another 3 hours because there's a lot to unpack. But I want to talk about one thing, Heinze. I'm pretty sure as you and me, we were speculating what is going to get Kenobi off Tatooine, right? Because we saw the other planet in the trailers and Kenobi was there. Why would he leave Luke? And I'm pretty sure it was you and me were like, well, something's got to happen with Leia. Maybe Leia's going to get kidnapped or something. Because the only possible way he would leave Tatooine is if something happened off planet and we thought of Leia. And boom! If we weren't right, and how satisfying is that little cute girl? She's freaking perfect, man. More of her.
Casting
all
is
of the Leia.
Sensational.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
So good. I actually, funny enough, because Mrs. H didn't see it when I watched it. I actually watched it a few hours before the stream today again.
I've seen it 3 times now.
and seriously, like, just she hadn't seen it, and my youngest daughter hadn't seen it, and they were just engaged with the younger side of Leia. Like, they just thought that was something they didn't expect to see. That's the best bit. But they could just engage in that character and see the younger side of her, and she has that sass, man. She has that sass, and it was just absolutely fantastic watch. Thoroughly enjoyed it, every single bit of it. Can't wait until Friday, man. Just bring some more. Let's go. Can't wait.
TJ, a couple quick thoughts. We'll keep the spoilers light.
I just didn't know that little girls like that could run so fast, and parkour was amazing. So without saying anything else.
Yeah, that's probably the only criticism I have. Those chase scenes were about as cringy as the Vesper chase scene was.
But who cares? Who cares? Everybody, I know Twitter and everybody's. Who cares? Like, my little ones came in to talk to me. Was like, you guys can be here, but don't talk. And I'm like focused. Like, I don't know how forward you could be, like a little kid watching and and just taking it all in. It's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they started talking another language. It was just absorbing everything because it was just back there again.
When we saw Alderaan for the first time, I was like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme where it was like, oh, like pointing at the TV. Yeah. That was me.
So the recap, just the recap was so cool. Seeing the recap the way they did. It's like it's everything.
One thing we're forgetting, which is the most important part of this, Cubs, and it's been overlooked, is that another Australian cameo was in.
Who's that?
Mate, Flea, my boy Flea.
Oh yeah.
The Chili Peppers, man.
There's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of chatter on that online. A lot of chatter.
Australia, he's my boy. Another Aussie cameo. Keep bringing him. Let's go.
So many things. Also, I see some Riva hate in the chat. I think we got to give her time to develop. But one thing I will admit is she has the most unnecessary use of parkour I have ever seen in my life. Like when she hits that bridge down, she's like, I'm running this way, but how about I do a gainer on the way?
Look. I could go down the stairs, guys, but instead let's jump from wall to wall like Shinobi. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. It looks cool and it's natural. There's stairs right there. No. I will 360 off of this to the half gainer. It will be fine. Just let me do my thing.
If I could move like that, I would as well. Let's be honest. If I could move like that, I'd have a crack at it. Why not?
Heinze, I need you to go get me coffee. Sure, I'll be back in 35 minutes. I need to do a couple flips.
It's a good point. If I could move like that, would I? But would I think to move like that when I'm desperate to find Kenobi? I mean, I'm thinking, me personally, I don't want to find Ewan McGregor to harm him. I would be desperate to go find him just to give the man a hug and maybe a kiss on the cheek, right? I would find the path of least resistance, the straightest path possible to get to that man.
True. Been waiting long enough. You're right. But hey, it's TV. It's dramatic. That's what they do.
All right.
Got no problem with that. That's the way it is.
All right. I guess Star Wars fans think too logically about things.
Hey, that parkour is better than the 360 spin and shot in Book of Boba with the Vespa guy. All right? Let's be honest.
Too.
That was
the memes of that spin were,
man, jeez Louise.
Perfect.
Unbelievable.
Perfect. All right, we're going to get out of here. We got more to talk about over on Heinz's video. Thank you guys so much for joining. And TJ, we're great to have you as our honorary guest today. Hopefully we'll have you back at some point.
Absolutely, anytime.
I'm getting replaced. He's from Arizona. I'm gone.
Yeah, we're going to do in-person episodes, get rid of this Aussie. Nobody likes Australians.
That's how you're doing it?